If you've watched my other videos, you'll be familiar with this bike. This is a Salsa Journeyman, and this is what I've used to train, race, ride for the entire 2021 season. This is the new bike for next year. Inside this box is a 2021 Canyon Grail 7 1x. I've been extremely excited to open it, but it's just been sitting here and I've been staring at it, so I think it's time to check it out. When searching for a new gravel bike, I had to keep a couple of things in mind. First, I'm a regular guy with a regular job, so price is a big factor. This is why I lean towards aluminum frames versus carbon fiber. Also, I don't have a local bike shop per se. The nearest shop to me that deals with these types of bikes is about an hour and a half away. The things I needed in a bike include a decent wheel set, through axle, Shimano GRX components, a more racy geometry, and a threaded bottom bracket so that I can change it if it wears out. I actually just did this on my Journeyman. I had found a few models that fit the bill, so I went to this site called 99 Spokes to get a high-level comparison, all on the same page, of each of the bikes. So here I have the Grail 7 1x, the Diverge Comp E5 from Specialized, and the Checkpoint ALR5 from Trek. Like I said, this doesn't get into specifics, but it does show you that, each frame is aluminum, they all have hydraulic disc brakes, they all have GRX components, the drivetrain is a little bit different, and I'll get to that later, but also, probably most importantly, the prices. The Canyon Grail does win out in price, and if you compare it to the Diverge specifically, the price point is quite different at $500. If we look at the Checkpoint ALR5, I think it looks sweet, and you have different color options, and that's awesome. However, the bottom bracket is a press fit, which is not something that I can currently change here at the house. If we jump over to the most expensive model in the lineup, the Diverge Comp E5, we'll see that it has Shimano GRX 400 brakes, which the Canyon has GRX 600. It also has a Praxis Alba crankset, which is not particularly gravel specific, and that's important to me when looking at this new gravel bike. My current bike doesn't have gravel specific components, and they've been destroyed. So if we come over and look at the Canyon Grail 7 1x, it checks all of the boxes. We've got a Shimano GRX RX 600 crank, we've got a threaded bottom bracket, we have the Shimano GRX RX 600 brake levers. This does everything that I need it to. Now that you see why I chose the Grail 7, there were a couple more decisions I had to make. Do I want the 2x drivetrain or the 1x drivetrain? The only difference is that the 2x has two front chainrings offering a wider selection of gears, or the 1x drivetrain, which doesn't have a front derailleur at all. I have a history of issues with the front derailleur on my current gravel bike, so the chance to get rid of that and solve and prevent those issues in the future was an easy decision for me. I will admit that I am concerned that I will not have enough top end when we get into racing, but I'll have to see what that looks like when the time comes. The final and probably most difficult decision I had to make was which size bike do I choose. Canyon doesn't use a number system for their sizing, they use small, medium, large, etc. And they do have this tool right on their website to tell you what size bike you might need. Put in your height in inches or centimeters and your leg length. You'll see I've got a couple options there because I wasn't totally sure. And it spits out this size for you. I'm a large. However, the first time that I measured myself, I actually thought that I had a 33 leg length, and you'll see that it spits out medium. This concerned me because I'm very much so on that line of being in between sizes, and I want to have the right size fit. I inevitably went with the large size because it feels more comfortable for me to be just on a little bit larger bike. At this point, this video probably seems like an ad for Canyon, but I did reach out to other bike shops carrying other brands, and it was explained that due to the bike shortage, I could place an order for a bike and they'd call me when it comes in. However, nobody could really tell me when that might be. The alternative, which I went with, was to compulsively check Canyon's website until they sprinkled in just enough stock for me to snag one of their bikes. And that's pretty much it. That's the process I went through to get this Grail, and barring any catastrophe, you'll see a lot more of this bike on the channel. Well, until next time, we'll see you later.